She was just an 8-year-old girl with colored pencils in her backpack and endless questions about the world. But when she overheard a terrifying plan, a plot to abduct the CEO of one of the richest corporations in Crescent City, she had a choice to make: stay silent or risk everything to warn a man who didn't even know her name. Hello, family. Welcome to Fate and Truth Stories. Please subscribe and leave a like for us. It means the world to us. Share this video with your friends and loved ones and turn on post notifications so you don't miss future stories. Thank you. Sit back and relax as we dive in. The morning sky over Crescent City was tinted lavender and gold as Ruth Harper hurried along the bustling sidewalk, one hand gripping her worn tote bag, the other holding tightly to her daughter Zoe's small fingers. The city throbbed with life: honking cars, hurried footsteps, street musicians tuning guitars, and the smell of fresh baked bread drifting from corner bakeries. But Ruth's focus was ahead, on the sleek glass tower rising above the city square, the headquarters of Aurora Dynamics. Ruth had never worked anywhere so imposing. The building's mirrored surface gleamed in the light, and the lobby inside was all marble floors, chrome accents, and revolving doors that seemed to whisper, "You don't belong here." She did belong here today. She had just been hired as a temporary administrative assistant, low pay, long hours, but a chance to prove herself, and she needed it. "Are you nervous, Mommy?" Zoe asked softly, her brown curls bobbing as she tightened her grip on her pink backpack. "A little," Ruth admitted, brushing a stray lock of hair from Zoe's forehead. "But we'll be okay." Inside the towering lobby, a tall security officer with neat braids and a kind smile greeted them. "There she is," she said. "I was starting to think you weren't coming." "I wouldn't miss it," Ruth said with a nervous laugh. The officer crouched to Zoe's level. "Ready to hang out with Miss Daniels today?" Zoe nodded shyly. "Do you have coloring books?" The officer grinned. "Better. Puzzles, snacks, and an iPad loaded with cartoons." Relieved, Ruth kissed her daughter's forehead. "I'll see you at lunch, okay?" "Okay," Zoe murmured. As Ruth disappeared into the elevator, Zoe watched the doors close, clutching her backpack straps. Soon, she settled into a plush chair with juice and her pencil set, flipping open a notebook with drawings of cats, flowers, and imaginary worlds. But even as cartoons played, her ears worked. Voices drifted, low, cautious, near the service corridor behind the reception desk. "Before 5:30, we do it before security shift change," one man said. "He'll even know it's coming," another replied, his voice cold. Zoe's heart thudded. CEO? Abduction? The words didn't fully register, but danger did. She sat very still, little hands clutching her pencil case so hard it bent the seams of the backpack. One guard laughed, a man with a buzz cut, and a uniformed worker nodded back. "Make sure hallways are clear. No alarms if it's done right." Zoe blinked. She wasn't sure what to do, but she knew she couldn't just stay quiet. She stood slowly, backpack hugged to her chest, and walked toward the security desk. "Miss Daniels?" she asked quietly. The officer looked up, softened. "Hey, sweetie, are you okay?" Zoe swallowed hard. I need to go upstairs to see my mom." The woman hesitated, then buzzed the elevator. "Stay right at the top, don't wander." Inside the elevator, Zoe saw her reflection, small, tense, determined. She pressed the button for the executive floor. As the doors opened, everything felt too quiet. Plush carpet, broad hallways, chrome signs. People in sharp suits walked past her, eyes fixed forward, unaware of the little girl in their midst. Then she heard it again, 2 women near a conference room. "He's in meetings till 4. Security says there was confusion downstairs." One tapped her badge against the panel. Green light. The door clicked open. Zoe hardly thought. She dashed forward and slipped inside just as it closed. Inside the executive suite, everything was hush and calm. Golden light, mahogany desks, shelves with awards. Behind the largest glass desk sat a tall man in a dark suit, head bent over documents. He looked up. For a moment, neither spoke. "Are you lost?" the man asked gently. Zoe took a trembling step forward. "Someone said, 'They're going to take you,'" she said. "Before 5:30. I heard them talking." The man blinked, surprise and concern in equal measure. "Walk with me," he said quietly. Just then, the door behind them rattled with a bang. Voices, too loud. The man reached under his desk. Click, a secret panel opened, revealing a narrow passage. "Come," he said, taking her hand, firm, reassuring. They slipped through as the office door burst open. Down a dim corridor and into a hidden service elevator, where he pressed a secret code. The lift slid down fast, silent, to a basement level. "You're not making this up, are you?" the man asked. Zoe shook her head. "No, I heard them." He studied her, not childish, not frightened, honest. The elevator doors opened onto a concrete corridor. He dialed something in his phone. "Lock down the executive floor, full lockdown protocol. Verify all badges, no one in or out without authorization." He turned to her. "You may have just saved lives." 3 days later, the atrium of the Aurora Dynamics Tower was packed with reporters, executives, employees, and security personnel. Giant screens flashed the company logo, cameras pointed at a podium draped in blue velvet. In the front row sat Zoe, legs swinging from a chair otherwise too tall. Beside her was Ruth, eyes glistening with pride. When Mr. Elliot Drexler, the CEO, stepped up to speak, the room fell silent. He spoke calmly, graciously, and with an earnest intensity that made the crowd lean in. What stopped this threat was not surveillance, it was not locks or protocols, it was bravery in a child. The screens behind him lit up with a still image, Zoe, tiny in the lobby, focused and alert. "This is Zoe Harper. She overheard crucial information about a plot against my life. She didn't run away, she didn't stay quiet, she warned me, and because of her, we are all safe." The applause began tentative, then swelled into a wave. Zoe sank a tiny bit in her seat, cheeks warm, eyes wide. Then Mr. Drexler paused, holding a small envelope. "This contains a full academic scholarship for Zoe, the best school she chooses, and for her mother, a permanent administrative position here at Aurora Dynamics, with full benefits starting immediately." The applause rose again, louder, fiercer. Ruth hugged her daughter, tears streaming. That evening, back in their small apartment overlooking Crescent City, Zoe sat on her bed with the scholarship envelope in her lap, not yet opened, too big to take in all at once. Her mother brought hot cocoa. "You were amazing today," she whispered. "I just didn't want him to get hurt," Zoe said. "That's what makes you brave," Ruth said, tucking a braid behind her daughter's ear. Out the window, the city hummed, alive, unaware of how close it came to tragedy. And Zoe, small but unshaken, knew one truth that would stay with her forever. Courage doesn't come from size or age, it comes from doing what's right, even when no one is looking.